between the two leaders is allowed. Well, the 24 is spinning. The 24's on track right there in turn. We got more cars coming.
Where the hell do I start? Oh God, I have no idea what I just watched. Oh my Lord. All I know is it took like an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours for the race to end with 4 laps to go. Let's get the intro out of the way real quick. How's it going, guys? Shout out to all the Patreon supporters. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that race. Stay off of Twitter tonight. That's ideal. Unless you want to go follow me and like one of my tweets, then yeah, might as well reply to one. Maybe I'll reply back. But other than that, you might want to stay off of Twitter. That was one I'm sorry. That was one of the most memorable NASCAR races I've ever seen. Now, you might not agree with one of my opinions here, but listen, we're just gonna talk about the race as normal. It seemed like when Kyle Larson was leading with 15 to go and 10 to go, that it would be a normal race, you know? And yeah, that didn't happen. So where do we start? Oh my God. Okay, let's start with the first part of the race, okay? The first part of the race was a normal road course race. It was fine. It was entertaining. I think the long green flag run towards the end where Larson was kind of putting a whooping on everyone and Elliott was second, Byron was third. It was kind of a not boring, but it was like a normal kind of road course race that was playing out. And there were some incidents with the curb throughout the race. I can't even believe the curb, like so much happened even after that incident that I forgot the curb even happened. I wanted to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so let's get into the curb incident. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, the curb came apart, and listen, the only way I can explain this, I think I'll probably show the video on screen. When I was watching this live, I'm just sitting here at my desk, right? We'll look at the monitor right over there. That's where the race was. And I just saw cars flying off the track. And I saw one fly off, and then I saw another fly off, and I was thinking, oil on the track. That's exactly what I thought. Like, and then I think 2 seconds later is when either Dale Jr. or Jeff Burton said there's oil on the track. Because everyone was flying off. So I saw 1, I saw 2, the camera was focused on Logano, and in the background I saw 3, and then I saw more cars wrecking, and then it panned out, and everyone was wrecking. And I was like, well, there's oil on the track. And that wasn't the case. The curb just came apart. And who would have thought? And this leads into an issue, like everyone on Twitter is getting mad at NASCAR. Listen, if anyone thought at any point that curb was literally going to come apart, then go play the lottery, because I'm pretty sure you're going to win it, all right? No one thought that the curb was going to come apart with 5 laps to go. It was in nobody's minds. We had some issues with the big little turtle curb that sends you flying like a little airplane, and we had an issue in the Xfinity race with the orange curb. But no one thought that the normal racing line curb was going to literally come apart and destroy 20 cars. That was not in the plans. So to blame NASCAR for that is a little bit like hypocritical, because I guarantee you didn't think that was going to happen either. It was just a really random circumstance. So yeah, that destroys a ton of cars. And then NASCAR has to, or the track technically has to remove the curb, which then leads the little, I don't know what it's called, if it's the turtle curb or just I'm going to call it the 90-degree angle curb, because if you hit that thing, you're shooting up to the sky and your car is getting destroyed underneath. So that's basically what that curb's all about. And it has to be there to prevent the shortcutting, which we'll talk about shortcutting later in the race. I'm sorry, there's so much to talk about. Good God. And then you had a car that was putting oil on the track during the caution, and there was a ton of speedy dry, and at this point it took an hour to get back to green to get to the second restart. How many restarts were there? Were there 2? I think 3? No, okay, wait. All right. So on the second restart, Michael McDowell then hits the big curb, or the big turtle, or whatever, and he goes flying, and then he wrecks. Yeah, just more chaos. And then the final restart, you have a ton of different issues going on. I mean, I looked back at the restart, and yes, AJ Allmendinger is shoving Denny Hamlin into turn 1, and then Briscoe kind of has to go through and cut the grass, and then he cuts the grass, but he comes back onto the track, and he didn't necessarily give Hamlin the lead back. He kind of came back and he was side by side, but he didn't really give Hamlin the lead back. So NASCAR then gives him a stop and go penalty. Now, I don't know if the stop and go penalty was on pit road or if it was on track. Like, do you have to like not enter part of the track, stop, and then go again, and then does that complete the stop and go penalty? So I didn't really know what was going on. All I know is that, you know, NASCAR and NBC were like, there's a stop and go penalty for the 14 car. As soon as they said that, Briscoe then basically wrecks Denny Hamlin. Now, after the race, Briscoe said he did not know that he was penalized, which I counter that and say, well, you cut the entire track. You should have known that you were going to get penalized. Even like, unless you're just hoping that they don't penalize you, you know, which is a little bit foolish, you cut the whole track. And then, to make it worse, you never actually let Hamlin go by. You actually went side by side with Hamlin into whatever turn came up next, because Jesus Christ, this road course is crazy. So yeah, he has a penalty. He wrecks Denny Hamlin. AJ Allmendinger comes through because Briscoe has the penalty, and he either just stopped in one of the track or one of the turns, or he just overdrove a corner. And then AJ Allmendinger went on to win the race. And then Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott, you know, Ryan Blaney second, Kyle Larson third, Chase Elliott fourth. Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott were the two guys that dominated the whole race, and they kind of had to maneuver through all this chaos. And Chase Elliott, who actually restarted 16th with 4 to go, had a chance to win almost, which is just like, what? Oh dear Lord. So yeah, that was everything that kind of happened. You have the curb incident, then you have Michael McDowell hopping the curb, and then you have turn 1 with 2 to go on the third restart, which was the final restart, where Denny Hamlin got wrecked and Briscoe went across the track, and a bunch of other people wrecked in the back. And yeah, there's a lot to discover here. Okay, so first, I know we already talked about the curb a little bit, but again, just to reiterate, for the first incident, which is the curb coming apart, that you can't blame anyone. That's just a really weird and random circumstance that we might never see again, which was just hilarious, to be honest. Unfortunately, it took out a ton of cars. Joey Logano went flying into the tire barriers, and luckily, he actually didn't get hit by anyone else. I think it was the 37 car that also went into the tire barriers, about 20 feet left of him. But yeah, that would have been pretty bad if Logano was just sitting there and then someone else just flew right into his car completely unexpectedly, because at that point you're not expecting the hit, so that would have really been bad if like maybe Logano was unbuckling seatbelts or something and you just see a car flying into him at 80 miles per hour. That could have been really bad, seriously. So that, luckily he didn't get hit again, because he was close. There was a car that flew in there about 20 feet to the left, and I guarantee you it was long enough after that Logano would have kind of turned off his senses, and he wouldn't have been expecting someone to hit him. So he would have kind of either been unbuckling himself or kind of just relaxing a little bit. One of those situations, trying to like regather his brain what's going on. So luckily that didn't happen. But again, that's no one's fault. You can't blame NASCAR. Honestly, you can't blame the track, really. And to be honest, a lot of it is the drive. Well, okay, not the curb, but that corner. Let's talk about the turn 6 corner. Before even the curb came apart. They were having issues through there and all that stuff, and even in the Xfinity race with the orange curb, I never thought any of it was the track's fault or NASCAR's fault. I always thought, drivers, this is the track that you have to go through. In this specific corner, the little S's section, which is turn 5 and 6, you cannot go double wide. It is a part of the track that is just very obvious that you can't go double wide. And whenever you try to go double wide or you try to run off the track, listen, they put the orange curb out there because they don't want you running off the track. And you continue to run off the track. So in a way, it's actually the driver's fault a lot too, because you guys want to use all the track. Well, listen, there are track limits. There's a racing surface for a reason. And NASCAR kind of caved during the Cup race, and they said, all right, we'll remove the orange curb. So you have all the way to the grass, right? And throughout the race, these guys were going too wide through there and really trying to push it through there. And then when the curb came apart, then all hell broke loose. And then at that point, even without the curb, let's say the second incident with Michael McDowell, those drivers know that the curb's not there. They know that it's the same corner, but the curb ain't there. And they still try to cut it as close as they can because they're trying to, get as much as they can on the final restart. You got to make the corner. Like as Austin Dillon said it in the interview, you got to make the corner. At a certain point, you can't be blaming the track and blaming NASCAR for everything. You guys are the ones that are pushing it out there. Make the corner. The first 5, 6, 7 guys didn't have an issue. It was Michael McDowell that went flying over the damn curb. He was running like 10th. And a lot of guys behind him, they didn't go over the curb. So it's just like it's a thing you got to take responsibility at a certain point. But then again, the fans on Twitter are going to go absolutely mental. So whatever. Like I said, stay off of Twitter tonight, lads. It's going to be arguments left and right. People are saying NASCAR's dead, NASCAR's dumb, NASCAR's the best, and Michael McDowell's a fraud, and I don't know what else they might say, but Chase Briscoe is, I don't know, they'll probably call him some random names or something. Oh, and by the way, Shout out to my Denny Hamlin fans. I know a lot of my Denny Hamlin fans that watch a lot of my videos, guys. I'm sorry. you guys have experienced a lot of pain. Trust me, from an Arsenal fan myself who knows pain and knows the deepest, truest depths of just pain, I feel sorry for you. Trust me. I can relate. I got you guys. Yeah, let's hop to that Denny Hamlin incident. At first, when I saw that, I was like, all right, Denny, we're going to lock up the fist. All right, we're going to get out of that car, and we're going to handle business. That's initially what I thought. And I think Hamlin, if it was anyone else, all right, let's put it this way. If that was Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin was not going to walk to him and talk about it. Denny Hamlin would have walked to him and clocked him in the face. I think that's what would have happened if it was Logano. Obviously, Chase Briscoe is a very well-respected driver. So Hamlin went over and talked, but you could tell he was angry. The only reason he wasn't, really pissed and really getting in his face because it was the driver. It was Briscoe. Him and Briscoe have a relationship, a good relationship. So obviously that kind of helped. He was like, well, why did he wreck me? What's going on here? Like I said, if it was Logano, I would have clocked him straight in the face. If Logano wrecked me like that, I would have clocked him straight in the face. No words, just clocked him straight in the face. We'll handle it, ourselves. But yeah, Hamlin has every right to be upset. I mean, he basically got the win taken away from him from a guy that was penalized. What Briscoe was going to do didn't matter. And, that's just the scenario. Now, I know Briscoe didn't know about it, but that is that's the facts, is that Briscoe was penalized. His team didn't tell him, because I guarantee you what was going on is the team was like, hopefully they rescinded or something. Don't tell him. He's fighting for the lead. That's probably what the team was thinking. Because there's nothing to lose. Who cares if we get penalized? We have to win anyways. Let's just hope NASCAR doesn't penalize us or something. So the team's not going to tell him. And then Briscoe wrecks him. So that was just really unfortunate. And if I'm Denny Hamlin, I'm obviously very upset. And it's just like, dude, you haven't won all season. You're trying to win the 15 bonus points for the regular season championship, and you have a chance to, get ahead of Larson in the points. And this basically just hands Larson the regular season championship, because Larson finishes third, and Hamlin, I don't even know where he finished, but he definitely did not finish that well. So yeah, that's pretty bad. And the winner of the race is AJ Allmendinger, who just, he got through the chaos and he made some good moves in the restarts and he won the race. And my initial thought actually was, is he in the playoffs? I've gotten so used to like when a driver who isn't supposed to win wins, and like, is he in the playoffs? But I think AJ Allmendinger is not a full-time driver, so he's not in the playoffs. But I was like, all right, I'm getting confused here. What's going on? But yeah. Great win for him. He was involved in none of the nonsense. He just minded his own business, went about it the right way, and got to the lead, which was very, very, and that's good for him. Like, congratulations. That's a massive win for him. Great road course racer, and I'm very happy for him. But this race is going to be remembered for, listen, I'm not as, you guys know me, right? We all know. Like, I think over the years I've become a little bit softer. There are still things I'm very upset with NASCAR, but there has to be a time where in your life you're just like, man, I don't want to be mad and angry all the time. I just want to have fun, enjoy my life, be positive, be happy. And so when I'm watching this race, I'm not being mad at what I'm seeing. Is this kind of a circus? Yes. Is it a little bit of a joke? Yes. Does NASCAR kind of know that? Yeah, probably. If they don't, then, well, they probably should really look in the mirror. But I'm not going to waste my energy getting mad. I'm not going to waste my energy blasting about it on Twitter, screaming to random people, hoping I get 500 likes on a tweet. Like, I don't, not, you guys aren't random people, like the NASCAR community. But, I don't want to just say NASCAR sucks, the track sucks for this is a joke. And I've been seeing that a lot on Twitter. Even some reporters are very upset. They're like, this is a joke, this is a circus. And that it's true. I would say, this is my perspective now. When you watch these races as entertainment, it does become a little bit more enjoyable. And it depends on what you like. So I love a lot of sports. All right, I love football. I love American football, basketball. Racing, motorsports. When it comes to motorsports, I have my motorsports fix, like my racing fix. That's Formula One. I think a lot of people are watching Formula One. They're very much enjoying it. Formula One is racing. NASCAR is kind of that entertainment now. It is racing in itself. And Sky is now growling. Hi, bud. Can you jump on the bed? Here. I'm gonna try to get him to jump on the bed. All right, there he is, guys. He's now joined the party. as I was saying, yeah, Formula One is my racing fix, and NASCAR is kind of like my entertainment fix. Listen, at the end of the day, is this race really going to matter towards the playoffs? For Denny Hamlin, probably yes, because of the bonus point situation. But at the end of the day, we have a four-person single race championship race. Like, none of this matters, man. This is just purely entertainment. Now, when I'm watching Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen battle it out, week in, week out, you know, they're on a summer break right now, but, you know, over a 23 race season, and they're fighting for fastest laps to get a single point. They're fighting for every little ounce against each other in a season-long championship format. That's my racing fix. That's where I'm thoroughly enjoying and involved in the racing. When it comes to NASCAR, I'm just here to enjoy a race, you know, and I hope that you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from there, because none of this matters at the end. Even when someone wins a championship, let's be honest, if Kyle Larson doesn't win the championship this year, it's like, who cares? He should win the championship, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to a single race where he is going to have a 25% chance to win. He could have a flat tire, someone could wreck him. Today, he should have won this race, right? A ton of chaos happens, and he ends up finishing third. So it's just, you can't be angry about it, because this is what NASCAR wants. They want entertainment. They want the highlights. I guarantee you, when they upload their race highlights video, their thumbnail is going to be terrible. They're going to post a highlight of some sort of crash, and that's what they're going to put, because that's what they want. They want to highlight the crashers. They want to highlight the wrecks. They want to highlight the high drama entertainment. They don't really care anymore about pure motorsport racing. And once you understand that, once you accept that, it is really not that bad, honestly. Like, watching this race, this was a very memorable race. I enjoyed my Sunday. I had a great time, and I want to thank NASCAR for that. And I see a lot of people that are angry and not happy about it. Well, that's because you haven't accepted it yet. And I say, I know, Sky, I know, I think you're representing them yeah, they're not happy. I know, you're crying. But listen, I think when you guys maybe go watch F1 and you get that motorsports fix and you see Verstappen and Hamilton battle it out, maybe you'll kind of understand where I'm coming from. You have your entertainment side and you have your racing side. And that's something that I think is very important. In the end, guys, what a race. I mean, what a race. Very memorable. This is better than Texas. Don't tell me this ain't better than Texas, okay? I know, Sky, it's better than Texas, right? I know. This is better than Texas. Don't tell me you want to replace Indianapolis, right? This road course race with a boring Texas race, okay? I know you don't want that. So be grateful that we got this. This is crazy. People are going to be talking about it. It's going to be all over Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. It's going to be, a talking point for the water cooler at work tomorrow for you guys. I mean, it's going to be very memorable. We're going to remember this race. So be happy. Enjoy life. That's my message for today. Just enjoy life. Don't worry about it. Don't get mad about it. NASCAR they've gone way off, into some entertainment stratosphere. Don't worry about it, guys. It will be okay. It's all good. Enjoy life. I got a beautiful dog over here. I got a great life. I ain't gonna be cussing out NASCAR and getting mad. It just ain't worth it. So what do you guys think, man? What do you think of the race today? Just absolute insanity. I don't just yeah. And we got more crazy races coming up. I mean, Daytona's in 2 weeks time. So and that's going to be the final race for guys like Tyler Reddick and Austin Dillon and Chase Briscoe and all those guys. That's the final race for them to get in. Imagine the chaos that's going to go on in that Daytona race, because they literally have to win. They're going to be going 3 wide, 4 wide, and it's going to be that entertainment. You're going to see some big wrecks. Hopefully no one gets hurt. And that'll be that. So I gotta go take care of him, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll try to get this up as soon as possible. Again, comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Me and Sky. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Look, Sky. Say bye-bye. See you later. See ya.